Welcome to the demented world of Deadpool. In this action game for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, the combat's formulaic, the humor's insane and in the gutter, and the fourth wall doesn't exist. Marvel's Merc-with-a-Mouth anti-hero is certifiably nuts. He knows he's a comic book character, and here, he also knows he's a video game character. It's a scenario that's ripe for loads of self-referential parody, and those gags are the dessert that makes the tediousness of Deadpool's combat more palatable. This Deadpool game is almost as schizophrenic as its hero. There isn't much of a coherent story, mainly because it begins with him literally throwing away the script sent to him by developer High Moon Studios. Suffice it to say that the wisecracking anti-hero faces off against the forces of Mr. Sinister and other supervillains like Domino, Vertigo, and Blockbuster, with occasional and often begrudging help from heroes like Wolverine, Rogue, and Cable. While the cutscenes, dialogue, and scenarios can be insanely creative and hilarious, its level design is often just, well, dull. You might expect a video game about a character who knows he's in the video game to poke fun at action game tropes, such as levels set in office buildings, sewers, and jungles, but you'd probably also expect Deadpool to subvert those cliches with a unique spin. Instead, the typical linear design leaves the yucks, and most of the creativity, to the writing staff and the hilarious voiceover work of Nolan North as the voice of Deadpool.
You know why I love the internet? Because it's just like me.
Vulgar, combative, and contradictory.
Overflowing with perversion and stupidity?
That's not to say there aren't a few surprises along the way, such as when Deadpool suddenly finds himself inside an 8-bit dungeon crawler or has to chase a dog who's run off with his severed arm. It should be noted that Deadpool's humor can be crude, profane, sophomoric, and more than a little sexist. If toilet gags and obsessing over Rogue's breast aren't your style, then Deadpool may not be the game for you.
Let's plug it in.
Deadpool may consider himself a master of the killing arts, but he ain't quite Batman in the combat department, though he tries to pretend he is. Initially armed with katanas and pistols, you can switch between your melee and ranged weapons to create combo chains to take out entire groups of identical stupid bad guys. There's even a special combo attack that you can pull off when a button icon appears over an enemy's head. The bad news is that that button is the same one used to teleport, so if your timing is off, you might just find yourself suddenly behind the guy you're trying to hit. Even the boss battles are boring and repetitive. You can use the same tactic for almost every one. Run away to recharge health and shoot from a distance while teleporting to avoid charges and power attacks. At least Deadpool keeps saying funny things the whole time. It gets tedious very quickly, and the simple upgrade system doesn't add any real variety except to unlock new, more powerful weapons. The aim lock button also doesn't always work as advertised, sometimes locking onto a spot just to the side of a target's vulnerable fleshy bits. Deadpool is also disappointingly stingy on secrets and collectibles like alternate costumes in secret areas. There really aren't any. Sure, there are some challenge levels, but they're all survival mode set in maps you've already seen. Boring.
Seriously, roll credits. We're done here.
Deadpool is lopsided creatively. Fans of the comic book character's crude and off-kilter hijinks will no doubt giggle with glee at Deadpool's potty-oriented dialogue and situations. Fans of good action games, however, will quickly grow tired of the repetitive gameplay and lackluster level design. And since there is no reason to replay the campaign after you finished it, wait for Deadpool to teleport into the clearance bin before checking him out. For more on Deadpool, be sure to check out videos, articles, and wikis on IGN.com.